this is Junk Synchrons. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is SeanArnold and welcome to the second episode of Yugioh DevPro Online Ranked Duels. This is gonna be fast, so let's get straight into it. I'm using my Archfiend 2016 deck here, having a lot of fun with this deck, and first I'm going to start this off by playing Tour Guide from the Underworld in the hopes of special summoning Archfiend Ares from my deck. However, it wasn't to be, as my opponent chained with Effect Failure. You've really got to have these first turn traps in this day and age if you want to stop your opponent's momentum, and Effect Failure is a very good option for that. So I'll set down Vanity's Emptiness, one of my favourite cards in the game, and hopefully I can stun my opponent in some way or form. Unfortunately for me, Jumpmaster61 plays MST and destroys my Vanity's Emptiness, which is going to give him all sorts of free reign in order to start special summoning. And here he goes, he plays Junk Synchron, which allows him to special summon one level 2 or lower monster from his graveyard in defense position. And so I'm going to respond to that with Max Z. Max Z is an insect effect monster, which if you discard from your hand during either your opponent's turn or your turn, every time they special summon you get to draw a card that drawn into falling down there. With that monster being special summoned to their field, my opponent then plays Doppelganger or Doppel Warrior, whatever it's called, and I get to draw another card. Now they're going to Synchro Shogun into TG Hyper Librarian, a monster which when once face up in the field, every time my opponent synchro summons, they get to draw an extra card. Fortunately for me, Maxi is generating all sorts of ridiculous advantage for me right now, and it's just such a powerful card to have in your first turn if you think your opponent's going to be special summoning a lot. Formula Synchron comes out, and when Formula Synchron is synchro summoned, you get to draw one card, plus with TG Library, my opponent gets to draw 2 cards for their efforts there. So at the moment my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resources on in total, whilst not including their graveyard, whilst I also have 8 resources altogether at the moment. Let's see what they're going to do for the rest of the turn. Are they going to synchro summon again? Formula Synchron is a tuner monster after all, and it can synchro summon into higher monsters, but it doesn't seem that that's what he's going to do. Seems first of all he's going to attack with TG Hyper Librarian, and that's going to do 1400 damage to me and get rid of Tour Guide from the Underworld. Then he's going to attack directly with Doppel Warrior Token, and that's going to do an extra 400 damage to me. Nice little bit of lead for Jumpmaster. Seriously, if I did not have Maxi, I would be in such a bad position at this point in time. It would be so ridiculous. I'm running a full set of Maxi at the moment and testing them out a bit more. I might reduce it to 2, but the card is so good right now. Okay, over into my turn. I'm starting with a huge hand, and assuming that I don't screw up, I should be able to kind of turn the tides a bit, assuming I don't mess up here. So what I'm going to do is I want to try and steal that Hyper Librarian. First I'm going to play Archfiend Ares, and then with Archfiend card on the field, I'm going to play Falling Down. Falling Down is basically Snatch Steal, but for Archfiend monsters only, and it is destroyed automatically if there isn't an Archfiend card on the field, which is why I have to summon Trick Archfiend or Archfiend Ares. I'm going to go try and grab that Hyper Librarian, but my opponent is going to respond. This is why you should read your card, folks. This is me making a mistake here. Some of you probably guessed it already. My opponent is going to respond by using Formula Synchrons effect. Formula Synchrons effect allows my opponent to synchro summon using that card during any person's turn, during my main phase or during his main phase as well, or I think it's his battle phase. I'm not too sure. So he synchro summons you into Stardust Dragon, forcing Falling Down to lose its target. That's really bad for me. It means I have no real way of getting rid of that threat on the field right now. So I'm going to have to just chill and play defensively. So I set down 3 cards on the field, and now I'm just going to pass it to my opponent's turn. That is a really big mistake there. That could cost me the game, but let's see how it goes. So first my opponent plays MST. Which card is he going to target? He targets Bottomless Trap Hole. There's nothing I can do about that right now, so that's going to get destroyed. And let's see where we go to next. We start this dragon on the field, and he isn't going to be afraid of any effects which destroy monsters. Fortunately, this build that I'm running doesn't really have a lot of effects that destroy my opponent's monsters, if any, except for those in my extra deck really, and one monster I think. So I'm not too worried about Stardust Dragon, but I am going to need something to get rid of him on the field. Stardust Dragon is going to attack Archfiend Ares, and I'm going to have to let that attack go through as I have no way to defend against it, taking 1500 life points in damage also. Archfiend Ares, when destroyed by battle, gets to activate an effect, and I'm looking through, trying to see what could I bring to my hand in order to take out Stardust Dragon. I choose Archfiend Commander, which I could combine with the Monarch Stormfall for my next turn, or even Special Summon Trick Archfiend or Archfiend Ares. I'm going to get confused because DevPro isn't using the right card names for some reason. But Archfiend Ares, I could bring her back and special summon it, but then I wouldn't be able to attack this turn. So I'm going to play the Monarch Stormforth and go for that. That's the safest option at this point in time. Even though Archfiend Commander won't get his effect from that. So yeah, the Monarch Stormforce is going to go. Which monster should I go for? I could go for Stardust, or I could go for the face down card. If I go for the Stardust, I could attack the face down card and destroy it. But I'm really not quite sure what that monster could be. Whereas if I attribute the face down card, I could run my commander into Stardust Dragon, at least destroy both of them. That didn't seem to be the best option. That actually was a bad option. What I should have done is gotten rid of Stardust Dragon and attack my face down card, because the face down card was Dandelion, and Dandelion, when sent to the graveyard, allows the player to special summon 2 tokens to the field. So really, I didn't gain anything by doing that. That was a really poor decision on my part. Now I'm going to have to be forced to run my Archfiend Commander into his Stardust Dragon, and we're both going to lose our monsters there. Really sucks that I made that play. That was just a bad decision on my part. But nothing I can really do about it now. So I set down 1 more card into my field, and then I pass to my opponent's turn. And let's see what he's going to do for this turn. As you can see now, I am recording DevPro full screen using my, and you can see the full GUI in my desk, or parts of my desktop here. Thank you to everyone who gave me advice on to how to make my series better after the first episode or so, and gave me feedback on that first episode. And hopefully this is more to what you people are used to. Anyway, back to the match here. My opponent special summons Quick Draw Synchron, and I'm going to respond in kind by playing Max C. Max C, well, we know what Max C does by now. It allows me to draw a card every time my opponent special summons, and it looks like he's going to probably do so. Let's see what he decides to do. Is he going to be willing to give me more advantage, or is he going to try and hold off this turn? Max C is a fantastic mind game card. If your opponent sees you using Max C, they might think to themselves, I'm going to stop this turn, and I'm going to chill and relax for this turn, not give my opponent any free cards. But he decides not to and brings out Drill Warrior. I've got to be careful. I don't know how it worked, but I got OTK by Drill Warrior this one time. It might have even been the same player, but I don't know how that happened. And just because I wanted to play it safe, I chose not to go for Max C and instead go for Drill Warriors and negate Drill Warrior with Solemn Strike, a really good counter track for this format. Now in my turn, I'm going to play Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight is going to send a card from my deck to the graveyard, and the card which I'm going to send is hopefully another Archfiend Ares. If not, it'll be a big monster. Now we got another copy of Archfiend Ares, and I've just noticed I've got no copies of Archfiend Palabyrinth in my deck. I guess I didn't realize I took 2 copies of those out, but that's probably what I took out for Max C. Palabyrinth is a good card. It's not amazing. It's not the quickest of cards to use, but I do need face-up cards for falling down to work if I draw into it. However, I don't have one of those right now, so what I do is I grab another copy of Commander, and I could special summon it this turn. I could do some kind of crazy combos. The only thing is that when you special summon Commander using this effect, he has Summon Sickness, and he can't attack that same turn. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to attack his token and get rid of that. And now I'm going to, well, we'll see if my opponent responds. He chooses not to. And now I'm going to activate Call of the Haunted and bring back another copy of Archfiend Commander, because I really want to make a dent into my opponent. At this point in time, I have more resources on the field in my hand than my opponent does altogether, although they do have a lot of monsters in their graveyard which give me special summon quite easily. And if I want to make something happen, I really got to capture the momentum of this duel right now, which is why I'm being so aggressive and not playing so safe. Realistically, if I wanted to play more safely, I could have done Call of the Haunted to bring back Archfiend Ares and attack for only 1,000 life points, and then maybe gain advantage in the next turn. But like I said, I just need to kind of swing for the fences right now. So over to Jumpmaster's turn. He is playing, he's trying to think about what he's going to do. He does have a variety of different options here, and one of those is to play Spore. Spore allows you to banish one other plant type monster from your graveyard to special summon it to the field, and it increases its level by the monster that it got special summoned. So but the level of that banished monster is yes, it is. Sorry, I was wondering why Spore was level 4. I forgot that Dandelion is a level 3, so level 3 plus level 1 makes it level 4. And now he can special summon Spell Striker. Spell Strikers are really easy to summon card. And as I thought he would do, he went out for Black Rose Dragon, and that's going to nuke my entire field, which is really, really good. Before I allow him to do so, I special summon a copy of Archfiend Ares from my graveyard, so that at least when that is destroyed, I can at least add one card from my deck to my hand, and kind of mitigate the effects of Black Rose Dragon. Still, to lose all those resources is really unfortunate, and yeah, it kind of sucks. So let me think about what I'm going to add here. It's really hard to decide. I really wish I had Archfiend Labyrinth, because I could special summon Archfiend Commander quite easily with that on the field. But I guess I'm going to have to go for a copy of Archfiend Eccentric, which is also equally as useful as Archfiend Labyrinth, but not exactly what I quite wanted to use here. My opponent normal summons Lone Fire Blossom, a monster which once tributed can special summon one plant type monster from their deck. It is a really, really good card, and I was actually a bit scared at this point, because I thought, wow, what if they go and summon a really, really big plant monster? But no, they've gone and summoned another copy of Lone Fire Blossom. I guess just to thin out their deck a bit more in order to get to their key cards quicker, and they're gonna poke me for, I think it was 500 damage. That's gonna put me down to 2700. There's still a decent gap between the two of us, and now he tributes Lone Fire Blossom again, and special summons Glow Up Bulb from his deck into defense position in the field, which is really good because Glow Up Bulb can be special summoned quite easily back from the graveyard. Right, still in the same position as pretty much the last time. I need to really make something happen here, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to normal summon Archfiend Eccentric. Now I'm really considering whether to special summon Archfiend Commander with its effect, but I do, however, I have to destroy a monster, and I decide not to. I'm going to play it a little bit risky. Even though Archfiend Eccentric is quite weak, I can get rid of Glow Up Bulb, and with Solemn Strike I might get lucky enough to negate a special summon or an effect next turn, and stop him from summoning anything to destroy Archfiend Eccentric. If I can do that, I can make a really good play in the next turn, but let's see what happens. It really all depends on what Jumpmaster decides to do in this turn here. He's having a think, he's having a little ponder. And he summons Synchron Explorer. Synchron Explorer, when this card is normal summon, you can select one Synchron monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Its effects are negated. So he chooses Junk Synchron from his graveyard and he could special summon it. I'm trying to decide whether it's best to let him summon it and then negate, say, a Synchro summon afterwards, because I don't know what the other card in his hand is. But I said no, I'm not going to take the risk. I'll just pay it for Summon Strike now before I lose any more life points, get rid of that monster, and hopefully he doesn't do anything else in this turn. He might do so. He could special summon Glow Up Bulb from his graveyard by sending one card from the top of his deck, but I guess he's not going to do so. So he ends his turn. That's really good for me because it allows me now to tribute summon Archfiend Commander, and when Archfiend Commander is tribute summoned, he gets a special summon one level 6 Archfiend from my graveyard. So I'm going to bring back another copy of Archfiend Commander, and with that on the field, I now have 2 level 6 monsters to go into a rank 6 summon. And I only have 3 rank 6 monsters in the deck. I'm still trying out different things here, but the one I'm going to go for at the moment is Photon Strike Bouncer. Photon Strike Bouncer is a really cool card, as I just checked Consuelo real quick. It's a really cool card. It has 2700 attack, which is more than my commander, which is fine. I'm happy to give it 2 monsters because the other one's in defense position. And I'm going to attack my opponent directly, but its effect is really cool. Once per turn during either player's turn, if an monster effect is activated on my opponent's side of the field, I can negate it, detach one, and inflict 1000 damage to my opponent. It's a good pressure tool using against your opponents, and it's probably my preferred rank monster to go into if I choose to go into any kind of rank summons for this deck here. But we'll see if it's useful or not. So, Jumpmaster has got 2 cards. I've got 2 cards to see what he does. He plays Reinforcement of the Army and allow him to add 1 monster from his deck into his hand, and he chooses Junk Synchron, which means he's probably going to special summon again this turn. So let's see what he does. He doesn't special summon. He sets 1 card in defense position, and then he ends his turn passing over to me, hoping to block something out for this turn. I draw into Instant Fusion, another card I'm trying out for this deck here, which requires me to pay 1000 life points, but then I can special summon 1 fusion monster from my deck. And I choose Elder Entity Northern. I'm thinking about the Japanese there by saying Northern. When Elder Entity Northern is special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard, And by having 2 level 4 monsters on my field, that effect gets negated, but by having 2 level 4 monsters on my field, I can then use those to XE summon into something else. Not quite sure what to really go for at this point in time. Using Trap Tricks for Felsia is not going to be no good here, because I only run Botless Trap Hole in my deck. So it's really either an option of Silent Honor Arc or Castile. The option I'm going to go for this time being is Silent Honor Arc, not because of its effects or anything, but because it has a higher attack and 200 damage can really be inflicted into me quite easily if I choose a weak monster. So I just went for the highest attack monster. I attack my opponent's face down card, and it's Jet Synchron. That's going to help in no way, shape or form at this time being. Then I attack directly with Photon Strike Bouncer, leaving Jumpmaster with 100 life points. However, that's all I can do for this turn. So over to you, Jumpmaster. This is going to be a decisive turn for you. What can you do? Is he going to be able to make a comeback? He might be able to. Let's see. But I'm really loving this deck, guys. Archfiends are a lot of fun to play. Don't sleep on these Archfiends. I will be doing a deck profile of this in the near future, and so other people can build this deck too. But yeah, no, I'm having a whole lot of fun. My opponent uses Glow Up Bulb's effects, especially summon it to the field. Is he just going to defend, or is he going to try and Synchro summon something? Let's see what happens. By the way, I kind of really like the music for this. I downloaded a mod to make DevPro look more like Dual Generations, and it's got lots of different music in it. I kind of like it. My opponent normal summons Jug Synchron, and he's gonna automatically activate the effect, which means I can then respond to it with Photon Strike Bouncer, negate the effect, and inflict 1000 damage to my opponent, taking the duel there. Whew, that was that was rough. I made some mistakes there in that earlier play, but I managed to pull it back, fortunately, by just playing carefully. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I had a lot of fun playing it, and yeah, that's just another episode of Archfiends. If you guys want to play against me, do feel free to leave a comment down below. I am trying to work out some kind of friend list or way to add people in DevPro. I might make a Skype account or something. Maybe I'll do that. Let me know if you guys have any ideas on that, but I would like to play people who actually watch my stuff more than just random people. Anyway, that's enough waffle for me for today. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care.